Do you really think you have a chance against us, Mr. Cowboy?
Yippee-ki-yay.
You're the wrong guy in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Story of my life.
This is simply the beginning.
Sorry, Hans, wrong guess.
There's the right way.
This is a bad idea.
Freedom. Not yet. The wrong way. And there's McClane's way.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Where the hell are you going, McClane?
I know what I'm doing.
Even God knows what you're doing.
Happy trails, Hans.
The Die Hard Collection.
We get together, have a few laughs.
Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the 30th anniversary celebration slash watch along of my personal favorite and the first Die Hard film in this franchise I ever saw. That is Die Hard with a Vengeance, starring Bruce Willis, Samuel L. Jackson, Jeremy Irons. I'm your host, Ryan of the Anti-Quote Channel. I'm not alone in this adventure back to the year that was 1995. Please welcome our good friend and designer of all the thumbnails, the graphics, the intros, the incredible things that you see on this channel is because of this guy. So please welcome Case is here again. Hello, Case. Good to see you. How are you?
Hello. Yeah, I'm doing well. I was not entirely supposed to be on right now, but no one else is available apparently. So you know what? Why not? Let's enjoy some Die Hard while having a beer on a Friday evening to start off the weekend.
That is very true. That's very true. Thank you who may be watching or listening to this right now. Do not forget to like and share this. And if you're joining us live or what is known as a replay, thank you for doing so. So how Movie Watch Along works, in case you are new to the set, we're going to be watching the movie here on our own devices. You're more than welcome to watch the movie along with us as well on your personal device or physical media. We cannot show it here on the screen because we want to respect the studios, the directors, the stars, and all that kind of jazz. So we're going to be commentating. You can share your favorite memories, your fun facts. You got any questions for us about this or any other movies in the Die Hard series? Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the chat. There's a lot of things to be said. But we're going to have a lot of fun here. So just out of curiosity, Case, what was it like for you watching this film for the first time, whenever that may have been?
I don't exactly know when I watched this one specifically for the first time. I just think at one point in my life, this has been when was this? Like 15 years ago or so. I was probably just a little too young, but I just went ahead and watched all of the Die Hard movies after I first saw Die Hard 4 on the on TV at some point. And I thought Die Hard 4 was actually a pretty entertaining movie. And I was like, okay, well, I probably should check out the other ones as well. And I enjoyed the first Die Hard. I was not a particular fan of the second one. And I was fine with this one. I have never been a particularly big fan of this one. But, you know, maybe watching it with you right now will make me even more of a fan if people have things to say in the comments that are, you know, interesting facts. I like it overall, I think. But yeah, I haven't really seen this one as much. So, you know, maybe I just need to watch it with you guys to have a better experience with it.
Fair enough. Yeah. And, for, you know, like I said at the top of the show, this is my favorite Die Hard movie because it's the first one I saw. Because I see every movie franchise in reverse order. I see it in different orders, you know, like whether it's the Indiana Jones trilogy or whether it's the Alien, franchise, the Predator, whatever. But I've seen everything in reverse, like different ways, different directions, different numbers, whatever it was. I mean, I saw T2 before I saw the Terminator. So things happen. But for me, this is my first Die Hard movie I ever saw. This is why I love it so much. I remember seeing this a couple of years after it had come out, because 1995, I was a little too young to watch R-rated movies at that point. So, yeah. But I remember watching it. I checked it out on VHS at my local library. That's right, VHS, these giant things that look like a brick that you put inside a VCR and watch on a television set. Yeah, that's what we did. And I loved it for so many different reasons. But I think the main reason I love Die Hard with a Vengeance so much is because of the comedy, the comedic timing, the levity. that's being shown in this movie by both Bruce Willis and well, mostly Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson. Jeremy Irons has a few, not a lot, but a few zingers in there. But definitely the chemistry between Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson is just incredible. So I love it for the action. I love it for the comedy. Really, I just do. So with that out of the way, we're gonna start our copies of the movie respectively. If I'm not remembering this, it's at the 1 second mark. It's right before the 20th Century Fox logo comes up on your screen, respectively. So we are going to go back to the year that was 1995, directed by John McTiernan, starring, as we mentioned before. This is the third chapter in the Die Hard series called Die Hard with a Vengeance. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. So yeah, old school 20th Century Fox logo coming up.
Wait, did McTiernan also do the second one?
No, that was actually Die Hard 2 Die Harder. Was directed by Rennie Harlin, who also directed a film that nobody wants.
That's why it's not great.
Yeah. Well, Rennie Harlin also directed, if I'm not, well, I can't remember which. Wait, did he direct one of the? No, he didn't. But he did direct a film that bankrupted a studio, and that would be Cutthroat Island with Gina Davis.
Huh.
He did direct that one. Yeah,
Okay.
but he's directed some, fun movies. I like Die Hard 2 personally. I don't think it's as great as some of the others, but it's still fun. I enjoy it. I know he directed something else. It's not coming to me right now, but he did direct something that I enjoyed. I just can't remember. I don't think it was one of the Predator movies.
Well, I don't know.
I don't think it was Predator. Maybe it was. It wasn't Alien. It definitely wasn't Alien.
No,
one of those sci-fi movies. I can't remember.
Actually, the funny thing is the Alien franchise has a lot of big names attached to them, despite the fact that some of the movies are not really all that good. Because Alien 3 is directed by David Fincher.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of crazy.
Yep. And then Jean-Pierre Lamette directed Alien Resurrection, if I remember correctly. Jean-Pierre Lamette?
Possible. I just know that Joss Whedon wrote it.
Oh, he wrote it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Whoa, big explosion here at a department store, if I'm not mistaken, isn't it? That's a way to start the morning with Hot Town, Summer in the City. That's a good song, too.
Actually, in that regard, it kind of starts off like Children of Men, where it's just a
of
guy
Men.
going into a bar, or into I don't know what it is, but it just blows up the moment he walks out.
Oh, wow. Forgot about that.
Oh. That guy is in the Green Mile as one of the inmates.
Oh, Joe is? No kidding.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's also in oh gosh, what's it called? Not Winter's Bone. The one that Taylor Sheridan, why am I blanking? The one with Hawkeye and Scarlet Witch.
Oh,
Wind River, that's it.
Wind River, yeah.
Yeah, he plays the sheriff, the local sheriff in Wind River.
Right, he does. Yeah, you're right.
Yep. And he was also in the Free Willy movies. Free Willy. Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. Same guy, I believe. Or I'll cave your heads in. You see, one was just to make sure I have your attention. Man, we don't even see Jeremy Irons for half this movie. That's one of the other reasons I love this movie, because you don't even see the villain.
That is kind of the strength about essentially the villain reveal, and also the game with Simon Says going on.
I love it,
because you don't really know what really is going on until we get a reveal. What I find interesting, by the way, is that I assume that people have seen this movie, so we know that Simon is Hans Gruber's brother, and that's yet again McTiernan directing a Die Hard movie where the villain is German, but the actual actor is British.
Oh, that's yeah. Lambert, we're well, I kind of doubt you're going to find him in church. Well, you better find out what rock he's hiding under and kick it over.
Oh, he's having that mother of all hangovers.
Joe, you see McClane anywhere? We don't know where he is, but then you find him eventually.
Found him.
John, take some coffee. Aspirin.
Also, Is this Bruce Willis's real hair, or
No,
was
it
he
is.
already? Yeah. Okay.
No. This is his real hair. He started balding after this movie, or after the
Yeah.
one or two movies
Because
after.
in 4 he is as
Oh, he's a
bald
cute.
as
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, he's a cue ball, and Live Free or Die Hard is the name of the fourth one.
Yeah.
I like that one too. That's one of my favorites.
I like that one a lot, actually.
Yeah. Have you seen both versions, theatrical and the uncut version,
Oh, I've not seen.
the director's cut?
No, I don't think so. At
Oh, it's
least.
pretty good. It's pretty good.
But
Yeah.
I enjoy it for what it is. I think Oliphant makes a pretty decent villain. Maggie Q as a henchman. Justin Long as
The nerd, the
McLean's.
computer nerd.
Yeah, the computer nerd, and then McLean's
Sidekick.
and Mary Elizabeth Winstead as his daughter.
Lucy. Mhm.
Yeah,
A lot of young up and coming actors in that movie.
quite so.
Yep. You play the same numbers every week. 69.91 every week. 69.91 lucky numbers. Have the cops in New York play their badges with the lottery. How are the kids, John? I hear they're okay. Did you talk with Holly?
By the way, this is the real story of the Die Hard movies: his never-ending on and off relationship with Holly and his kids.
Yeah.
We're just not gonna mention the fifth one because no,
There was no fifth one, remember?
exactly.
There was no fifth.
I haven't even seen it.
Oh, I made the mistake of seeing it in theaters
Oh, why did you do that to yourself?
because the trailer looked good. But then again, all trailers look good for crappy movies.
They often do, yeah.
They really
often,
do. Like the trailer was
often
so
know,
good.
They often know exactly which parts to put in the trailer to make it look better than it really is.
Yeah, this is where I would insert the meme. The trailer is better than the movie, which in this case is A Good Day to Die Hard, which is the fifth one. The trailer is 10 times better than the movie. $10, or 10 blocks? You're gonna be 10 blocks away. Are you kidding me? That's just Walter. What does this all got to do with me? Well, he says he's gonna take out another place. Well, why me? What's it got to do with it? I have no idea. He just said it had to be you.
You're the target, McLean.
Well, it's nice to be needed.
Like you did something to his brother.
Messing
know
up he says you're messing up a perfectly good hangover.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you ever have a hangover, just get this giant board and stand in Harlem, and maybe that'll help you. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have that experience.
We'll be back in 10 minutes. Take your time. I expect to be dead in 4. I didn't understand it at the time when I first saw this, when he's running around naked with a sign on it. I'm like, what the heck is he doing? What does this have anything to do with the plot? And then when I learned what was going on in the context of the scene, right, Case? I said to myself, so this is why Simon wanted him to walk around with hardly any clothes on and wearing a giant, sign around his neck thing. And I'm just like, why? I'm sorry. This doesn't work. Oh, goodness. Oh, there's a behind-the-scenes little tidbit here for those of you who are wondering. Samuel Jackson said that he loved filming this movie because this character that he plays, known as Zeus, not Jesus, it's his name is Zeus. My name is Zeus. As a father of Apollo. Anyway, he said that this is the closest to his personality with a character that he's ever played.
Yeah,
Samuel Jackson.
I can believe that because
he said that.
I'm sorry, I don't see a character. I see Sam Jackson.
Just being Sam Jackson? Is that what you're saying?
just being himself. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he says it's the closest to his personality. I'm like, okay. Yeah. I mean, I know it was. What was it? It was wig, right? It was a wig and sideburns he was wearing in Pulp Fiction. But still, I thought Pulp Fiction was pretty close, right?
Nah, but like in Pulp Fiction, I see Juice Winfield. I do not see Sam Jackson.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And,
didn't you say that? Yeah, didn't you say that that's your favorite performance of his?
Either that or The Hateful Eight. He's really good in The Hateful Eight.
I haven't seen Hateful Eight, so I can't say.
Oh, you should see it. It's long. It's long.
Isn't it like a 4-hour movie?
2:45, but
2:45.
It's long. You'll feel the length.
Shoot. Is it?
I did have a pretty good movie going experience because when I went
Yeah.
for 2 hours and 45 minutes, it was a
Mm.
packed theater and everyone was quiet for the
Really?
entire runtime.
Really?
It was delightful.
Wow. That's not, you don't hear that these days, do you?
No, not
I don't
really,
hear it.
because usually people talk. But in
And they
this
pull out
case,
their
yeah,
and
they
they
pull
pull
out their
these out.
cell phone. Yeah, they do everything. And I'm just like, can you just sit and watch? And luckily for that movie, for the entire runtime, which is, as I said, it's long, not a peep, not anything.
Well, I haven't seen the movie. Well, all right. I do like westerns though.
It's a solid movie.
I like westerns.
Sam Jackson is really good. And actually, like, as you should expect from Tarantino, the writing and directing is great. The dialogue is great. It will keep you invested for most of it. It's just there are just a couple of scenes that are really dragged out for the sake of being dragged out, and you can clearly see that Tarantino lost his editor at that point.
Oh, shit. They passed away, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Between Django and Hateful Eight. But the funny thing is, Django is pretty much the same runtime as Hateful Eight, but Django doesn't feel like a 2 hour 40 movie. Like, that flies by for me.
Oh, okay. That's the one where Leo DiCaprio injured himself with the hammer.
Yes.
He pounded it so hard.
He smashed the glass.
He pounded it so. Didn't he pound the table, or was it the glass that was under the table? Or like,
no, he had a glass in his hand. He smashes the glass on the table. Then there's glass in his hand. He's even looking at it in the scene, and he just continued acting, which is nuts.
I give Leo all the credit for that, because if that happened, I would have been running towards a hospital at that point, or at least going to isn't there an on-set medic for some of these movies? It's like, hey, we need a medic here. Can you like fix my hand?
I mean, I cannot understand how the moment you smash the glass and you see that you have an injury, you're just you're not like, hey, I got my hand. I'm sorry, guys. We need to cut here.
We need to stop.
He just continued
filming. Yeah. I haven't seen that movie in a long time too. I haven't seen Django since it was in theaters.
It's good.
Oops. Silly goose.
But
really do have a very bad headache.
15th anniversary coming up in 2 years, Ryan. Only 2 more years for Django.
Can't believe it's almost 15 years. That's crazy.
Oh boy.
This doesn't seem to be going well with McClane and his new friend there, huh? Oh, but then wait a minute. There's something on his back. What is that?
It's pretty good thinking from him to just instantly get the gun.
Back up, everyone. Now, come on, man. Get up, get out of here. Throws himself in front of a cab.
I mean, shit's going down.
Get up now. Get up, back up. I mean it. I don't want you, but I will. You know I will. Come on, drive. Just drive.
Shoot the glass.
I'm sorry. They're gonna my no, we're not gonna take your money. Just run all the lights, drive. Yeah. Is that cut deep? How the hell would I know? Just keep pressure on it.
I mean, they're both bleeding pretty bad.
John McClane, oh you yeah, you roll me one of those. You got any of those guys to do in my show? Chill out. Hey, you trying to relate to me? Talk to me like a
oh, Jesus, there you go.
Why do you keep calling me Jesus? Do I look Puerto Rican to you? No, he didn't call me Jesus. He said, hey, Zeus. Yeah, Zeus. As in father of Apollo, Mount Olympus. Zeus, you got a problem with that?
I don't have a problem with that.
No, I don't have a problem. I'm sorry. That's great. One Police Plaza. Oh, that's just great. Yeah, it's called 1PP for those of you who are either in New York or, here in the States. What they call 1PP, One Police Plaza. Let's go.
By the way, it's funny how McClane is actually NYP. Wait, no, am I saying that right? Yeah, I think I am. McClane is actually NYPD, and this is the first actual movie set in New York.
Yep, because he was NYPD in the first one, then he was LAPD in the second one because they gave him a job in LA after saving Nakatomi Plaza in Part 2, and then all of a sudden he reverts back to New York because he and Holly had a fight or whatever happened, and he's like, I'm just going to work NYPD the rest of my life because where else am I going to go? This is Fred Schiller, John. Yeah, shrink. Yeah, I got it. I was saying that we're dealing with a megalomaniacal personality with possible paranoid schizophrenia. Oh, we just skipped the part with what this has to do with me. I don't know. But what I do know is it has specifically to do with you. This guy wants to pound on you till you crumble. He wants you to dance to his tune and then what? Put on a dress and so and so. I was going to say kill you.
Okay, but there are a lot of steps before we actually get to the killing part.
Could be manifested physically if he's stressed, somebody arrested, somebody pissed off. That could be a long list. Frack you, Joe. These people don't like to work.
I very much get the feeling that Simon really just wants to unsettle McClane in every way, shape that's possible.
Mm-hmm. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, more than likely. For those of you who join us, this is Die Hard with a Vengeance 30th Anniversary Watchalong. We are approximately 15 minutes and 10 seconds into the movie. You can queue up your copy on physical media or streaming service. Watch the movie along with us. It is currently streaming on Disney Plus and I believe Amazon Prime and some of the other streaming services that are available. So check it out. And watch the movie along with us. Comment below in the chat. We love hearing from you. And if you're joining this live or on the replay, thank you for doing so. This is where, for me, the first 10 minutes of the film, fine, but once we get Simon on the phone talking to McClane and his new best friend Zeus, that's when I'm like, okay, this movie's like we're getting good here, because the Simon on the phone making all these threats and the Simon Says games, it's getting really good now.
Well, it gets better the more is revealed, because initially you're really wondering what the hell is this guy doing with this sign in Harlem,
right?
Just walking around naked. And the more the movie goes on, the more you get answers, which it's in a sense you could say it's a bit of a slow build, but it'll get there.
I mean, would you say it's a slow burn of a movie, or am I wrong?
No, not necessarily. Just as you say, it takes 10 to 15 minutes to really get going. And there are other action movies that are quicker to get to the point, or they have like an instant opening sequence with a lot of action going on. This one takes its time, but it's allowed to take its time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I actually, another behind the scenes story for those of you who are watching and listening, they actually wanted this script to be used for a different film that had nothing to do with Die Hard. They wanted to make a different, like, maybe not different, but just another generic blow 'em up 90s action movie. But then once
plenty of those, right?
Yeah, well, once word got out about the John McTiernan was going to come back and Bruce Willis signed on to do another Die Hard, they thought, you know what? Let's take one of these scripts that Fox has laying around and let's use it for our advantage, and we'll just put a Die Hard spin on it. And lo and behold, they did, because I think originally this was going to be used for either Speed or something close related enough to Speed, because Speed also came from 20th Century Fox at the time. So yeah, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, if they had used this for Speed, oh my gosh. Imagine if Jack Traven, played by Keanu, and Sandra Bullock were running around New York City playing this weirdo psychos game played by, the same actor, right? Dennis Hopper, that's his name, Dennis Hopper. And it didn't take place on a bus. It was just them in a cab or, any mode of transportation.
Right, Speed came out a year before this.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, what if this was used for that? I thought that would have been
interesting. And people keep saying that Speed is Die Hard on a bus. I'm like, apologies, you could not be more wrong. First of all, the bus part is only less than half of the movie. It's not even the entire movie.
Right.
Because the opening sequence
is an elevator.
Is an elevator, and the final sequence is on a subway.
Train. Yeah, well, a subway train, yeah.
So I'm like, no, that's not Die Hard. Speed is, in and of itself, a great action movie.
Great action.
Okay, sure. It may have borrowed a bit of the confined space of Die Hard, but I don't necessarily think that is unique to Die Hard itself. That's been done in other movies as well. So,
okay. Fair enough. I mean, I love Speed for what it is. I love it. So, I mean, I've been rewatching it. Like, how many times have I rewatched this movie? Because it's on my count here. I'm trying to. I think I've rewatched it like 3 times in
See,
like 5 weeks. So like,
oh,
yeah,
that's a lot.
I've been watching it a lot lately. So if I just need an action movie, I just pop that because it's on my recently watched list. I'm like, yeah, I'll just go back and watch Speed again because even the stuff in the elevator I think is pretty good as the opener. I think the elevator stuff is
Yeah.
pretty good.
No, it's a tense scene.
Yeah, I like the elevator sequences because you have to open up. What do they use? Access panels just to get through to get to the elevator, and then they have to figure
Yeah.
out how to get the passengers out.
And in the meantime, it keeps dropping.
Yeah, like every because Dennis Hopper has an earpiece. It's like
Yeah.
don't blank with Daddy. Click, you know. Whoosh. Yeah, I could definitely watch Speed any day of the week and twice on Sunday. So I don't know. I may just watch it tomorrow morning while I'm eating breakfast, Case. So don't be surprised if I text you, be like, "Yo, guess what I'm watching for the next? Guess what I'm watching for breakfast this morning?" It's the same movie I watched 3 nights ago. Hypothetically, I'm just pointing that out there as a for instance. You sound like a real smart guy. What is it that you want? Are you talking about money? Well, whatever. McClane is a toilet bug. Now, what would it take just to forget him and live happily ever after? You know, money is shit to me.
No.
I will not give up McLean for all the gold in your Fort Knox. 72nd Street subway, payphone, 15 minutes, McLean and the Samaritan. If you're confident in the least, you found the briefcase, so you know what I mean by penalty. Thanks for the vote of confidence, Walter. Well, I thought it was worth a try. This guy's a raving maniac. Oh my gosh. Dude, just him on the like if we don't even see his face until the last like 15 minutes, I still would have loved this movie because him on the phone and just narrating the like everything that's going on between him and McClane and even Zeus for that matter, because Zeus is on the phone with him for part of the movie. I'm thinking to myself, if he's on the phone and you don't see him till the last 5 minutes, I still would have loved this movie because the narration is brilliant. You know, or the dialogue, excuse me, the dialogue. I think it's great, honestly. I forget who wrote the script, but whoever wrote this was smart. Simon's character. I love the writing for his character. Are you done, Lieutenant? Here's your shield. Now you two better get going if you're going to end up at 72nd Street on time. Joe, this time they go with backup. You got it. Well, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not jumping through hoops for some psycho. That's a.
I didn't ask you a goddamn thing.
Yes. You know, and I'll tell you something else about that. The next time I see him, Phil Lamar, who plays the guy standing in the background, you know, at the door, he gets his head blown off.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask him. I'm going to be like, dude, please be honest with me. Be honest with me. Just be straight. What was it like filming that scene, number one? And number two, was Samuel L. Jackson always that intense when he was on set, when he was yelling at? Like, did you have to do the part where he's yelling at you like multiple takes, or did that only take like 1 or 2 takes? I'm just curious. Because clearly you stand in the background and then you point in the direction of the kitchen. Like, well, it's in the kitchen. I don't remember asking you a goddamn like shit. Like, how often did you have to film that? Honestly, I would ask Phil Lamar that because that's him in that background. I love that.
Yeah. By the way, the guy who wrote this movie is named Jonathan Hensley.
Yes.
He, among other things, wrote Armageddon, The Rock, and Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle.
I like The Rock.
I like The Rock as well.
I like The Rock. That's
like the one good Michael Bay movie.
It's like the one. Yeah. Are you not a fan of Con Air?
Did he do Con Air?
Yeah, he did. I'm pretty sure he did. If you look it up, I'm pretty sure he directed Con Air with Nick Cage and what's his face, Malkovich and John Cusack. Was it Con Air, Michael Bay? Wasn't the ripoff, Michael?
No. Simon West directed Con Air.
Oh, sorry. But Con Air reminds me of a Michael Bay type.
Oh, that's the thing. Like Con Air, there are all these 90s action movies. The Rock as well came out around the same time.
Okay, because Simon West directed Con Air, but he also directed Lara Croft Tomb Raider with Joe Lee, which I actually liked.
Yep, I like that one as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit of a guilty pleasure.
Yep, I have the.
I understand the flaws with the movie, but
I still love it. I mean, it's of all the Tomb Raider movies we've had in the last 20 years, it's the best one of the 3.
I probably like it the most. I mean, to be fair, Cradle of Life is terrible. Just don't even bother.
Cradle of Life.
Just no. I thought Tomb Raider with Vikander was not bad. It was
I
not great, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah, I don't think Alicia, right? Alicia Vikander.
Yeah,
Yeah, her
Alicia.
iteration wasn't terrible by any stretch, but at the same time, it was like, why did you have to bring that one character back from the dead? Why?
Because it's a
Why?
popular game franchise, and they
But I
just
don't.
still and
I hated that.
there's just still trying to make video game movies happen for some damn reason.
Yeah, but I hated that part of the movie. I'm like, why would you bring her father back when the whole movie was set up on her following her father's footsteps?
Yeah.
I hated that. I absolutely hated that plot point. I'm like, why would you? He's a great actor, but like, why would you bring him back? That makes no sense. And then the end of the movie ends on that cliffhanger because she discovers that her, what do you call it? Her godmother is involved with the secret society that's plotting to take over the world. And I'm like, I want to see that in a sequel. I wanted to see that in a sequel, but we never got it.
You can see Vikander's Tomb Raider as a prequel to Lara Croft Tomb Raider.
True.
Because at that point she hasn't inherited the house or any money. She is
right.
just
That's
poor.
Right. Yep. So basically, you watch in reverse order. Watch the most recent Tomb Raider movie first, and then go back and watch.
and then watch Jolie's first one, and then don't continue, please.
Yeah, it's not a trilogy. It's not a trilogy.
No, honestly, Cradle of Life is no.
No. Yeah. Popular movie critiquer, movie critic Chris Stuckman, Stuckmanized. Chris Stuckman said that he actually finds, for him anyway, this is just his personal opinion, he actually enjoys both of the Angelina Jolie movies, but for different sets of reasons. But he also said that Cradle of Life is his favorite of the two, and I'm just like, why?
What?
Cradle of Life is your favorite of the two? Are you kidding me?
To be fair, Stuckman already had weird opinions a couple of years ago, but I was okay with that. But the way that he has changed over the past couple of years, I unsubscribed.
Oh, did you?
I'm not a fan of what he's doing these days.
Oh, okay. All right. I mean, I don't watch his reviews anymore, but it's not because of his personal taste or opinions or whatever it is. It's just that I just fell out of it because I just got too busy with other projects. So couldn't do it. Right. I mean, I do 3 shows a week on this channel, 2 on this channel, 1 on someone else's channel. And then I'm trying to read all these books behind me that you can't see. And I'm also in the process of writing a short story. So.
All right. You
yeah.
are.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm going to write more of it this weekend. So thanks to everybody in the writers community for inspiring me. I appreciate all of you.
Anyway, we got a bit sidetracked. What just happened indicates to me that Simon never really had the intent of killing McClane with any of his games. Because he threatened there was a bomb, and they thought there was a bomb going to go off, and then it didn't happen. Simon is toying with McClane. Completely. Like, he doesn't actually want to kill him at any point. And that's why earlier I also asked the question, like, when would he really want to get to the point where he actually kills McClane? Does he want to do it himself in person or something else? Because I get the feeling that he would probably want to kill him in person,
This is where the comedy kicks off for me. After
it very much does, but it's because of their relationship between the two, Zeus and McClane.
Mm-hmm. I used to drive a cat the fastest way. So for those of you tuning in wondering, why are they going off on such random tangents? Well, the fact is we are doing our absolute best to celebrate the greatness that is Die Hard with a Vengeance. 30th anniversary watch along. We are 28 minutes and 6 seconds into this movie. So if you want to queue up your copy on physical media or a streaming service, do so at this point. Queue up the copy, watch along with us, share your favorite memories in the chat, and do not forget to like and share this with all of your friends. And if you're joining us live or on the replay, thank you so much for doing that. And thank you to our good friend Case for being with us, because the comedy is about to be ramped up exponentially. Wall Street is south. Stop yelling at me. I got a bad headache. Oh dear. I don't know how they squeezed that cab between 2 trucks, by the way. I honestly have no idea how that happened. To be perfectly honest with you. But yes, thank you for the what do you call it? The note there from our producers. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. But yeah, it's probably a good thing that we have here in the studios. We have our sound off, but we do have the subtitles on, so we can still follow along with the movie. We understand what's going on, scene by scene, frame by frame, dialogues, part by dialogue. But at the same time, if I'm watching this with the sound on, I can't help but just laugh hysterically for the next 5 or 10 minutes because McClane driving and Zeus being scared or petrified of what's going on right now from him driving through driving through the park of New York. I think it's Central Park. Is it Central Park? One of the parks. And it's hilarious. Just hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. I cannot get enough of it, to be perfectly honest with you. So, yeah. And for those of you wondering, we do these movie watch-alongs the second and third and fourth Fridays of each month. First Fridays of each month, we do episodes of Meeting a Fandom where we gather people together and they share what some of their favorite fandom or character theirs is, and we hear from you in the comments or the chat. And then on Saturdays is the flagship show, And I Quote, which is on Saturdays, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. It's where we interview some of the best indie creators from around the world. We take questions from you. I ask them a few questions, and it's a lot of fun. It's a great interactive live show. Everything we do here is live because we love interacting with you. I like hearing from everyone. So, feedback here, feedback there is always good, and we do our best to support each other. So thank you very much for being a part of this episode of Movie Watch Along. We hope you'll join us for more episodes of these celebrations of film in the future. In the month of April, just in case you're wondering what's going to be coming up in the next few weeks here on our programming, we have 35th, I want to say. Is it 35th? Yeah, 35th anniversary watch along of Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Then we got the 40th anniversary of The Goonies. And then after that, we got the 45th anniversary of Superman 2, starring the late, great Christopher Reeve and the late, great Margot Kidder, and the recently departed, unfortunately, Gene Hackman. So we got those coming up. So yeah, lots of great episodes of Movie Watch Along and lots of great films to be celebrated, if you will, within the next few weeks. But definitely Superman 2 is going to be a very special one with the recent passing of Gene Hackman and his wife.
Right,
and I believe one of their dogs also passed away during that unfortunate scene. So yeah, we'll be doing a
when I initially heard about Hackman, I was just like, oh, well, he was old. He probably just died of old age. And then it turned out to be a really messed up story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as more details have emerged, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't they say it was carbon monoxide or something poisoning in the house or something like that?
That was foul play.
Oh, foul play. Oh, my goodness.
It seems that there was some kind of foul play, and it's like, ugh.
That's unfortunate. Well, R.I.P. to Gene Hackman. We will be talking about him and his fellow castmates of Superman 2 more and more as we do the Superman 2 anniversary watch along, which we're excited about. We're excited about that one. Superman 2 is actually my favorite of the original Superman movies. So there you go.
It's easily the best one.
Yeah, I would say so.
I mean, first one is not bad either.
No.
But she was good. But I'm at least I hope that you'll accept me being on for Total Recall and The Goonies.
Mm-hmm. The Goonies, and what was the other one?
Total Recall.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's gonna be fun. Yeah. Tell you at the party, Richter. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, sweetheart. After all, we're married. Consider that a divorce. I mean, come on, man. And then what's her name? Rachel Ticotin looks at her and said, "That was your wife." Mm-hmm. What a bitch. Like, I mean, yeah. Dude, there's so many. Dude, there is a number of quotable lines in that flipping movie. I'm telling you, Paul Verhoeven just knows how to make things pop.
Can I correct you and say Paul Verhoeven?
Verhoeven. Sorry. Thought it was Paul Verhoeven, but I guess not.
Dutch pronunciation. Dutch director.
Okay. Sorry. But yes, Paul Verhoeven. Yes. Total Recall, that's coming up in the next few weeks, so stay tuned, right? Yeah. That's coming. Yeah, and Case will be on that with us, and he'll also be on, was it The Goonies? You'll be there for that, 40th anniversary for that. Mm-hmm. That'll be fun. I mean, the Goonies cast is going to be standing like 20 feet away from me when I go to Comic-Con next week, so that'll
honestly,
be nice.
Like the cast of the Goonies is insane. Like one of them is Thanos, one of them is Samwise Gamgee, one of them won an Oscar 2 years ago.
Yes. You're thinking of Data, right? Ki Kwan. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Martha Plimpton, who's a well-known television film star. Martha Plimpton done a number of television shows over the years. She's going to be there this next weekend. For those of you wondering, Awesome Con is held in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. in the U.S. It's April 4th through the 6th. My friends and I are going to be there on Sunday the 6th. So feel free to say hi to us at the Walter Reed Convention Center in Washington, D.C. if you are available. A lot of my friends are going to be vendors there at the convention. So obviously I'll be making the rounds and saying hello to everybody, reconnecting with my friends, who I like to think of as family. I'm actually getting, one of the artists is going to present to me a free Power Rangers digital print that he put together. So thank you, Cisco, for that. Look forward to seeing you. Yes, I believe. Is it Cisco? No. Sorry. I'm thinking of somebody else. Carlos, I'm going to see you next week. And it'll be a lot of fun. It's almost 10:20, isn't it? It's 10:19. Payphones. They don't exist anymore.
No, they do not.
No, they do not. There's no payphones where you're at, right?
No,
absolutely not. And that's what a typical emergency call box would look like if you wanted to call the police.
But it dropped. Why did it drop?
Which means it's not sticking to the wall, or excuse me, the surface of the train. Oh, he found it.
Yeah, he did.
Gotta find a way to remove it. And it's magnetized. Oh, but he was able to remove the magnets.
Oh, that's the thing. You can just take it off the wall and just get it out of there.
Now he's telling everybody to move to the other side of the car, which in this case is that way. Excuse me, sir. I really need to use the phone. I'm expecting a call. Why don't you use the other phone? The other phone. Dude, that phone is trashed. That phone is trashed. Sir, please, I need to use that phone. Get away from me.
Oh boy.
Oh, then an NYPD cop or a transit cop's trying to arrest him now, isn't he?
By the way, the cop was really quick there. Like, really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, suspiciously quick.
I have to answer that phone. Get him and get him in the air. Excuse me, pardon me. Watch your back. Watch it. Excuse me, pardon me. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a New York police officer. I'm going to ask you to calmly and quietly start moving towards the other end of the car. It's mixing.
Yeah, it's not good.
When it starts mixing, be somewhere else. I have to answer that phone. But yeah, Samuel Jackson had a great time filming this. Have to answer this phone, all right?
Oh, fine.
He answers the phone. I'm here. And McClane, he's on his way. You know, he's a little slow. He's got that shape. The rules apply to both of you.
I mean, he has the mother of all hangovers. What the hell are you going to expect from him?
He's on his way. You know, he's a little slow. He's kind of out of shape.
Duck.
Guys. Duck.
Yeah, I mean, a bomb is about to go off, so you might want to just, No, it worked.
Now he has to kick out the window with his feet. Or not his feet, excuse me, his shoes. This is the of all the movies, only the first one he's not wearing any shoes. All the other ones he's wearing boots or shoes.
Yeah.
Learned his lesson from the first movie. Never take your shoes off when you get to a new location. Oh man. Heck of a job with that train, with the stunts with the train and the effects.
A lot of it looked practical.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, which train sequence did you think, with explosives and the action part of it, do you think went over better? This one or the one they did in Skyfall? With the two trains coming through to hit Bond.
Man, I don't even have an opinion.
Man, you gotta have an opinion. I mean, you gotta have an opinion. I mean, no one just walks in. No guy just walks in and shoots bullets. Oh man, What happened, dude? What'd you do? I shot Marvin in the face. What'd you do that for? I don't know, man. You must have hit a bump or something. It went off accident. I didn't hit no bump, man. You killed Marvin. What the hell's wrong with you? Man, I'm going to call my friend. What guy? I know a guy up here in the right. It's on the other side of town.
But by the way, to give an answer to your question, the answer is speed.
Oh, Speed has to. Oh, right, because the train went.
Yes,
through the
train
tunnel,
at the end. Come on,
through
Ryan.
the display, turns over. Yeah, never mind. And that movie came out a year prior to this one, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that one was first.
How you doing, John? Still can't hear too good. Yeah, well, it's a miracle you're still alive. It's a damn miracle. Yeah, that's the problem, Joe. Yeah, what is the miracle part? What are the odds of us making it down here on time? Zip. This thing was going to go off no matter one way or the other. He wanted it to go off right down here. Take this off me, Dave. Well, what's so special about this place? I don't know. There's something about it. Just doesn't add up.
I mean, he's about to rob the bank.
They're asking for you and Mr. Carver. Where? That's a thick New York accent right there with that woman saying, they're asking for you and Mr. Carver. John, this is Andy Cross. He's with the FBI. This is... Oh, Jarvis. Jarvis is in this movie. Jarvis from MCU? No, wait. No, he's just called Mr. Jarvis in this movie.
I was thinking, what are you talking about?
Well, there's a character in the movie named Jarvis, and I'm thinking, oh,
Jarvis
from the MCU.
I was like, I don't see Paul Bettany
Anywhere. Speaking of which, is Paul Bettany wasn't was he announced to be in the Avengers movie that dropped this week? The casting announcement that was dropped?
No, he was not. But that is because have you seen WandaVision? Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, you should watch WandaVision.
Does it play a huge factor in Avengers Secret Wars and Doomsday?
It's going. First of all, how do you see Doctor Strange 2 without seeing WandaVision?
I haven't seen Multiverse of Madness. I haven't seen any.
That's your issue right there.
That's my problem. I haven't seen Multiverse, well, even though I know who gets killed in the alternate universes in Multiverse of Madness because it was spoiled on YouTube. But
actually, as long as you haven't seen any of those, you should know that Vision died in Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
Why would Paul Bettany be in there if he's dead?
That's a good point, I guess. Are you? What did you think about the casting announcements that went down this week for what is it called? Avengers Doomsday, I want to say.
Doomsday, yeah. My jaw dropped, especially upon seeing the X-Men cast, the old X-Men cast.
Yeah, the original.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
We have Rebecca Romaine as Mystique. What?
And Alan Cumming as Nightcrawler. We haven't seen him in like 23 years.
Yeah.
22, 23. It's but yeah, no, that was
no.
I gotta say, when they announced all the original X-Men, well, at least a lot of them are coming back, I thought, wow, okay, so the Kelsey Grammer cameo wasn't just a one-off.
No, we have Professor X,
Magneto,
Beast, Mystique, Nightcrawler, Channing Tatum's Gambit,
which I don't know how the crap that's gonna work.
I don't know how that works.
I don't know how any of that's gonna work. But then you got James Marsden's coming back as Scott.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So he's not dead either.
Cyclops.
So yeah.
Oh, and by the way, what's funny? The movie that I was watching with my girlfriend just before this was X-Men.
The first one?
Yes.
Nice. Great pick too.
Because we were like, well, we just had the announcement for Doomsday. Should we just watch X-Men? Sure. So we started with X-Men, then probably X2 on Sunday. Last Stand. We'll watch The Last Stand. I'm okay with it. And then First Class, Days of Future Past, and Apocalypse.
Nice. Yeah, going back to an X-Men marathon. That's very cool.
Yeah,
first X-Men's great. I still love it. 25 years later, I still love it.
No, the first one is great. And it's it's like a fundamental movie to comic book movies.
Yep, I can watch X-Men any day, honestly.
And twice on Sunday.
Yeah, twice on Sunday. Yeah, it's true because I love X-Men for so many different reasons. But the first one especially holds a very dear place in my heart. I love the first one so much. So many great scenes too. So many great scenes. I mean, the Senate hearing to sort of kind of open it up, because obviously we open it up with Magneto's childhood being, thrown into the prison with being separated from his family.
Yeah, let's not go into the concentration camp.
Yeah, no. But I'm just saying, like, after that, and then Rogue tries to make out with her boyfriend, and then he goes into a coma. It's like one thing, once they do the Senate scene with Jean Grey, I'm like, this is a brilliant analogy for anything that you could use this for. This is so brilliant the way they're using this. But that's just my opinion. Yeah. Maybe we should do an X-Men retrospective at some point. I don't know.
Okay, we first need to get to the MCU one that you talked about a while back.
Sure. Yeah. I got so many things going on. Sometime late spring, early summer, we're going to do it for sure. It's going to happen. It will happen. For those of you wondering, this is the Die Hard 30th with a Vengeance, Die Hard with a Vengeance 30th anniversary watch along. We are 45 minutes and 9 seconds into this movie. Queue up your copy on physical media or streaming service. Watch it along with us. Comment below in the chat. Let us know your favorite memories of this movie, some of the other movies in the Die Hard series, or Bruce Willis, because Bruce Willis is struggling with a lot of health difficulties right now. We send him all the love and all the best for Bruce Willis and his family during this difficult time. But yeah, definitely let us know what you think in the chat. And do not forget to like and share this. And if you're joining this live or what is known as a replay, thank you for doing that. Thank you to our good friend Case for putting the thumbnail together for this and all the other thumbnails we got going on. Because my goodness, thumbnails abound are just out of the park, as one might say.
Happy to help.
2:33 o'clock. Now and
yeah, apologies for the side tangents. We, like to talk about movies sometimes, but yeah, we are watching Die Hard 3.
Vengeance. Yeah, with a vengeance. It's no radios. Take my telephone. You get anything, you call me through the switchboard. Good luck. Thanks. Find that bomb. Ricky, where are they? They're right over here. This is Senior Vice President Chief Allen. Chief of what? Transit. Okay, thanks, Ricky. Gentlemen, we have a decision to make. Chief Allen. I think the supporting cast does a good job in this movie, too. I mean, they play all their characters really well, so I think they do a good job. Connie is the worrisome one over there, the blonde. She's like, damn it, we lost them. They're in the park headed south. Yeah, I got him, Connie. He's taking the scenic route. It's just, oh, good Lord. Oh, I see.
Agreed.
Oh, here's a fun fact for those. Well, I wouldn't say it's a fun fact. It's more of a. Well, I mean, I guess
interesting fact.
Well, here we get the villain reveal.
There he is.
We get the villain reveal 47 minutes and 14 seconds into the movie. Case, how about that? They bought it. You may begin. Jeremy freaking Irons, aka the iconic voice of Uncle Scar in the hit film The Lion King of 1994, which came out a year prior to this movie coming out. So he does an iconic voice performance in one film, right? Then you get to see him as
actually two iconic villains in a row.
Really? Yes. Oh, yes. Uncle Scar and Simon Peter Gruber, right? So I'll give you that. Yes, two iconic villain performances, but not only that, voiceover in one, which is an animated feature, and then you get a live action one. So you get the best of both worlds, right, Case?
Yeah, and this was a couple of years after he won his Best Actor Oscar.
For what was it? Was it Amistad?
Reversal of Fortune.
I never heard of this. What is Reversal of Fortune all about?
I have no idea. I just know he won an Oscar.
Oh, okay. You've never seen the movie?
No. I have no idea about that movie. I just know he won an Oscar.
Oh, okay. Guess we'll have to look it up one of these days.
Sergeant
Tarley. Sergeant Tarley.
What do I know him from? Yeah, The Lion King. He's of course Alfred in DCEU. What else?
He was really good in the DCEU for what it's worth. I thought he was.
Yeah, I thought he played a good Alfred.
He was a very good Alfred, actually. He was also the what was it? Oh, well, he played a psychologist in a few episodes of Law and Order SVU on television, which I saw him.
And let's never forget the 2000 Dungeons and Dragons movie.
That was with him and Christian Bale, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was terrible, but he was in it.
He ate it up, man.
And he had the time of his life.
He
it
did.
Seems.
He did. Did he say on record that he enjoyed making that?
I don't know if he said it on record, but if you see the way he's acting, he's just having a ball, honestly.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I just figured.
And this is once again an English actor playing a German guy faking an American accent.
It's crazy, isn't it? The other thing is he was in. This is a movie that no one has seen except like very few people, but it's called Margin Call. Came out in 2011. Has an all-star cast. Jeremy Irons is phenomenal in his limited amount of screen time.
All right.
But it's got an A-list cast of Jeremy Irons, Simon Baker, Kevin Spacey before obviously he was caught for what he did. You had Zachary Quinto from Star Trek, right? Zachary Quinto's in it. You had Stanley Tucci was thrown into the mix. Demi Moore was in this movie. Gosh, you had Paul Bettany for Pete's sake is in this.
Oh, hey, we just mentioned him. Yeah,
Paul Bettany is in Margin Call. The guy who was in the TV series You was a Penn Badgley from Gossip Girl's in it. You had everybody in that movie. So look up Margin Call. It is a great movie about the first 12 hours of the financial crisis that took place between 2008, 2009, I want to say. So
it's what The Big Short is about.
It's a finance movie about the scandals that went down. So yeah, check that out. It's called Margin Call. It's streaming in a couple of different places right now. So definitely watch it. I own it on DVD. I know it's streaming. I think it's on Tubi, maybe Tubi or what's the other one? Pluto, maybe. One of the three. But definitely check it out. It's a great film, great cast, and it's very compelling stuff. And all the cast members bring their A game, and I do mean every single one of them. They're great. So look it up. Jeremy Irons gives a great performance, I think. Margin Call from 2011, I want to say.
Over here, apparently, it's available on Amazon Prime.
All right. Well, if you can stream it, then check it out. It's a good movie. To me, I think it's better than The Big Short.
I thought The Big Short was fine.
Yeah, it's not great, but Margin Call is better.
Like I very much enjoyed a couple of the performances. I just personally think Anna McKay is not a great scriptwriter.
Yeah.
And funnily enough, the movie won Best Screenplay, and I still, to this day, do not know why.
What was it up against that year? Do we remember?
Let's check it.
That's a good question.
Oh, by the way, Twin Towers in the background. You don't get these movies anymore.
Yeah. R.I.P. to the original Twin Towers. But, the new tower they got up there, hey, more power to them.
2016 awards. So, then again, I think that year and there's a tank. Okay. Anyway, in general, I think that year they got screenplay completely wrong because not only did The Big Short win adapted screenplay against movies like Brooklyn, Carol, The Martian, and Room.
Oh, Room is a great
Room is great. The Martian is great. Honestly, any of them could have won over The Big Short as far as I care. But also original screenplay that they got completely wrong because to me, Inside Out is still one of the most original screenplays that I've ever seen in a movie. And Spotlight won. And Spotlight, in my opinion, is adapted screenplay because it's based on a pre-existing story, where Inside Out is wholly original. But the Academy gets it wrong sometimes, don't they?
They do. They do it. They get it wrong quite a bit in the last 10 or 15 years. So, yeah, nice work, Academy. Yeah. Do you think not to go too far off the rails here, but do you think the film that did win this year, Honora, deserved that Oscar or no way?
I haven't seen Honora, but if there's anything to be said about this year's Oscars, pretty much everything was wrong.
Okay.
That's mostly because of Emilia Perez. I don't even know who thought it was a good idea to put that movie up for any kind of awards.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. In case anyone's wondering, the some of the not Oscar bait, but some of the films that did win Oscars within the past year are currently streaming on Hulu/Disney Plus, which includes Anora. So there is that.
The biggest issue that I personally have with Nora, and it's I know it's very personal and very specific, is my girlfriend is from Ukraine. Nora celebrates Russia. I kind of have a vendetta against Russia right now. So yeah,
like yeah.
Like I don't really want to go into politics.
No. I'm just saying, but I hear what you're saying though. Yeah. Strange times. With that. Simon's wearing a pair of shades when he's inside the freaking Federal Reserve. I don't get that. I don't get it. I don't wear shades when I'm inside.
Okay, but he does.
I thought this was a currency exchange. I think we just go straight to the withdrawal.
That was a fast-acting toxin or whatever it was. He just
sedative,
stopped.
I believe.
Yeah.
Sedative, isn't that the word? Yeah.
That was very quick.
Federal Reserve Bank of New York. Hello. Oh, so that's what the okay. Oh Lord.
That's a lot of gold pressed platinum.
It is, isn't it? Anyone else notice that?
By the way, that was a Star Trek joke for anyone who caught it.
Well, someone just posted a Star Trek GIF in our writer's Discord. I'm a part of it, and it's the one where Khan says, "Do you know the proverb that tells us that revenge is a dish best served cold?"
It's very cold in space.
It's very cold in space. Yeah, it's just oh god. Oh, I forget what species is Khan again.
He's an engineered human.
Oh, okay. I thought he was. He wasn't.
No, he's just a genetically engineered human.
Okay, so he's not a Romulan. All right, never mind.
No.
And
with a very impressive chest, by the way.
Well, I heard, didn't he really go to the gym and like beef up for that role?
Yeah, I can only imagine, because if you see his chest in Wrath of Khan, it's like, dude.
Yeah, he came a long way from his time on Fantasy Island, the TV series.
But to be fair, like he kind of had to, because he was that genetically enhanced person, so he needed to look huge and impressive.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
But the reason, like I said, gold press platinum. I've been binging Star Trek a lot over the past couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm. Man, that girl just went to town on that security guard. She didn't care. But Simon had to put a stop to it and say, "I think he's dead, my dear."
I mean, I agree. I think he's dead.
Yeah, she went way over. I'm not going to say the other word, but she went overboard with what she was doing to the security guard at the Federal Reserve. I'm just saying. That's a lot of gold, man.
I mean, it is like Fort Knox. It's just that Fort Knox is better protected, I feel.
Yeah. Although Goldfinger was able to get through it pretty easily, and Goldfinger.
Yes, but his plan was never to steal the gold. He wanted to make it radioactive.
Oh, okay. I forgot what his motive was in Goldfinger.
Well, that's the thing. Because Fort Knox was one of the biggest gold reserves, he decided to put a nuclear device in Fort Knox to make all of that radioactive for years to come, so that it was useless, and that would instantly make his gold more valuable.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
So it was a good plan, honestly.
Thanks for explaining.
Because he's robbing Fort Knox without robbing Fort Knox. It just didn't work because Bond was there.
By the way, What happened to your friend? He blew a fuse. Oh my gosh! Someone put together the quip of after every death scene in a Bond movie, and it's 2.5 minutes long. It's brilliant. I'll send you the link so you can watch.
Okay, Ryan. If anyone is to do that ever, like just all the puns of James Bond, you'll still have like a 2-hour movie. There are too many puns.
No, but this one's talking about like the death, like when someone dies, like a post-mortem quip. I think.
Oh, then it's still 10 minutes long.
Well, the one this guy did was 2.5. So.
Oh, what?
I mean, he put it together and it's 2.5 minutes long. But I'll send you the link.
It
So you can watch
sounds too quick, Ryan. It sounds too quick. There are so many people dying.
True, but I'll send you the link so you can make your own assessment, and then you can text me later. Oh, he blew a fuse. What happened to them? Where were they going? I think they were on the way to a funeral.
Oh yeah.
And then what's his name? Katanga and Live and Let Die blows up, and Roger Moore turns and says he always did have an inflated opinion of himself.
That's pretty decent. By the way, you're not allowed to say that. You haven't seen that movie.
I have seen Live and Let Die. That's the only Roger Moore movie I've seen.
That's the only one you have.
That's the only one I have seen is Live and Let Die. That's the only one. Even though you told me that the best one is Spy Who Loved Me, I think it is.
Yes.
Spy Who Loved Me. Right.
Oh, by the way, I do like the one that he says for Xenia Onatop. She always did enjoy a good squeeze.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about that later this year, folks, with GoldenEye turning the big 3-0. This year. This year will be sometime later on in the year. We'll be doing that. Myself, Case, our good friend Terrence Lehue of the Suit Up Podcast is going to be joining us that week. So he'll be in the hot seat with us. I'm trying to think who's the other massive Bond fan that we know. It was Terrence and may have been.
Not sure who else is a Bond fan.
Well, it may have been Sam. Either Sam or one of the others. I don't know. I can't remember. But either way, it's going to be a great panel of guests we're going to have discussing the greatness that is GoldenEye and all the puns that were unleashed in that thing. So, yeah. You know, I mean, we're just, I don't know. I mean, with Bond and certain characters, it appears we share the same passions. 3, anyway. I count 2. Motorin and Baccarat. Sorry. Going into GoldenEye quotes.
I mean, to be fair, I know what the third one is that Bond is aiming at.
Yes.
But she's not going to admit to that one.
What rank do you have with the motor vehicle department, Commander? It's so good. Say it. You were going to call me that, weren't you? No, I was going to call you. What were you going to call me?
Say what? One more goddamn time. I dare you. I double dare you.
They speak English and what?
Yeah.
Check out the Big Bang on bread. You want smart motherfucker. That's right. You don't like me because you're that. You don't like me because I'm this. I don't like you because you're going to get me killed. How much time we got? We got less than a minute. Just throw the thing away. No, we can't throw it away. Wait a minute.
Fill the big one.
Which is, that's the 5-gallon, isn't it? No, that's the 3-gallon. Full 5 gallons here, right? You pour 1 gallon of a 5-gallon, you have it here. You have exactly 4 gallons. I don't know how they came up with that, by the way.
By the way, I'm glad that they did because you have an extremely similar puzzle to this in Knights of the Old Republic.
Why can't they just make a Knights of the Old Republic movie? Why can't we just get that or a series?
Because
a lot of it's not canon.
None of it is really canon.
But it would be fun if we got one, right?
The character of Revan has been made canon, but the biggest controversy about it is in the original game, you are Revan. So every person has a different opinion of who Revan really is, and therefore nailing it down to one specific person, like one actor to play him, might be a little difficult.
Shoot.
And it's a big story. There's a lot to the entire story because you don't just have Knights of the Old Republic. You also have the sequel. You also have a bunch of comic books surrounding it. There's a lot that they need to figure out before they can really truly make that a canon version, I think.
Well, in that case, just make it an animated series. Just make it animated, and then you can keep it going for years and years and years. That would be fun. I'd be up for a Kotar animated
And
series.
it also it very much seems that they are kind of scared of doing a lot outside of the years between Phantom
Mhm.
Menace and Rise of Skywalker.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the things that they have released in terms of visual media have been in that time period, and the one time they went out of their way with the Acolyte, it got so much hate that they're like, okay, maybe that's not the best idea, even though I didn't think it was necessarily that bad, and I think there's a lot of potential to do something with it. But yeah, it very much seems that they're just scared of trying certain things.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a loose or maybe borrowing elements from Kotar, because I hear so many good things about Knights of the Old Republic and the video games, and then what was it, the comic series? Didn't John Jackson Miller contribute some of that stuff of Knights of the Old Republic?
He might have.
Because he just did a re-release of his. Let me see if I can bring it up here in our notes. Because they re-released his, what do you call it? His omnibus or trade paperback for the comics that he did back then. I'm trying to think of what it was. Good thing I follow him on Instagram. He's a great writer and a nice gentleman too, who was on And I Quote not too long ago. So, where's the picture?
Oh, nice to see him.
Oh, The Complete Knights of the Old Republic is out today in comic shops. It looks like they gave the 2025 edition in the comic shop cover, which is a black frame, same as the bookstore version. So you'll always be able to tell between the 2021 version and the 2025 version. Okay, gotcha. Let me see if I can bring up the full. Here it is. Is this? Which? Wait a minute. This printing of the Old Republic. No. Where's the new one? No. Shoot. All these pictures are cropped. Darn it. But yeah, I wouldn't mind reading this, the Star Wars Old Republic from John Jackson Miller comics, right? Sounds like fun.
Oh, I'm just curious.
It's available now, so
Wikipedia.
it is available.
All right.
For those of you wondering, this is what I'm talking about right here. That one. Old Republic.
Oh, yeah, he wrote a whole bunch of them.
Yep. So.
Interesting.
Yep.
All right.
I may have to pick up that omnibus at some point. Probably get it off of Amazon to save more money. Although that's not entirely true, because if I go to this local comic shop that I know of in a week, I can get it for 50% off. So that would save me a lot of coin. Oh, wait, let me see. I don't want to take that in my cab.
I'm just curious if I recognized one of the actors. Is that you?
Which one are we thinking of?
No, not you.
Oh.
Never mind. Never mind.
Well, for those of you wondering, this is the 30th anniversary watch-along of Die Hard with a Vengeance. We are 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 4 seconds into the movie. Feel free to queue up your copy on physical media or streaming service. Watch the movie along with us. Comment below in the chat. Do not forget to like and share this with all of your closest friends. And if you're joining this live or on the replay, thank you so much for doing so. Thank you to our good friend Case for joining us on this episode of Movie Watch Along. He will be back for future episodes here. So we got, what is it, Total Recalls coming up in the next few weeks, and the Goonies. So yeah, there's a lot of excitement to be had here on And I Quote channel. And by the way, if you may have noticed, there's been a bit of a change around here recently when it comes to the front banner of our channel, the banner of our social media pages.
Right.
And that is because Case went ahead and redesigned it for us. Looks great, looks spectacular. And if you're excited about being a nerd and you want to go on these great journeys and adventures with us, well, we went with an adventure theme, and Case very eloquently put it together. And I like it. I got some comments from people in the Discord that I'm in. They absolutely loved it because it gave him really good adventure vibes. So
Nice.
yeah, it was very, very good. Reminds him of a cover of a book of an adventure novel that they may be familiar with. So well done, Case. Everyone from that I've heard from thus far absolutely loves it.
That's good.
You guys know what the lucky lottery number was last night? Huh? You guys play lottery? No? No, my wife buys me 2 tickets every week. Last 10 years, plays the same 2 numbers all the time. I ask, honey, why don't you play a different number? She says, well, those are my
Oh boy. Okay.
I got the tickets right here. Yeah, this is the most violent scene I had at this point I had witnessed in a movie. This thing got so violent real quick. A lot more violent than Captain America Winter Soldier elevator sequence, right, Case?
I mean, this is R-rated.
Very true. Whereas the MCU movies are PG-13.
PG-13.
Oh yeah. Whew. At least you got out of the elevator okay, I guess, right?
It's just him. It's him. Come on, relax,
Oh,
dude.
John, no. It's me. You almost gave me a heart attack. You all right? Yeah. It's not my blood. What's going on?
Well, that's a
down there?
relief.
Go take a look in there. There goes the new shirt that Walter Cobb gave him at the beginning of the movie.
Who cares?
Lost his shirt. Now he's got the classic Die Hard look. Tank top and a pair of pants. And in his case, in the third film, he's got a pair of shoes this time around.
He does have shoes this time around. To be fair, in the previous one, he wasn't able to do that because he had a winter coat and he was packed in because it was like snowing.
Which in that case, he'd be wearing snow boots in the second one.
Probably was, yeah.
What is this? Oh, man, is this gold? Yeah, it's gold. Man, this is heavy. They cleared out a whole room of this? That would have taken like a tank or a dump truck. 14 great.
Yeah, you almost got hit by one.
You almost got hit by
You
a
were
dump.
right there, dude.
Drop that. They're not going to let you keep it. No, yeah, they ain't going to let you. Yeah, we'll see. We're going to need a car. A car? And there's this gold bar in the back seat. So what are you doing? Can you hotwire this thing? Of course I can. I'm an electrician. Problem is, it takes too freaking long. Yes. Thank you very much for the note. Producers, appreciate you for mentioning that to us. But yeah, this is, Dire with a Vengeance. We hope you are enjoying this from the comfort of your own home or wherever you may be in the world. Once again, this is our 30th anniversary watch along of Dire with a Vengeance. We are 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 12 seconds, into the movie. Queue up your copy on physical media or streaming service. Watch the movie along with us. Comment below in the chat. Do not forget to like and share this with all of your closest friends. And if you're joining us live or on the replay, thank you so much for being here and being a part of this. We cannot do this without you. We do these movie watch-alongs 3 times a month on Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And then the flagship show, and I quote, is on Saturdays at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. This time around on Saturday, March the 29th, we're going to have Ashley, a.k.a. Astral Projection. She is a cosplayer. She's going to be sharing with us her stories about, getting into the field of cosplay, what have some of her favorite experiences have been of going to conventions and, showing off her cosplay and some of her favorite characters that she enjoys cosplaying as, or maybe even, talking about, discussing that type of stuff. So that'll be on Saturday, 12 p.m. EST. Join us for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And Ashley, we look forward to having you here. I think it's going to be a great time. For sure. But yeah, this is my favorite Die Hard movie. What is your favorite Die Hard movie? Do you think the original still is the top of the food chain, or do you think there's a sequel out there that maybe doesn't get as much love as it should? Let us know in the comments of the chat. Love to hear from you. So, what is it? Zeus and McClane are chasing after the dump trucks that stole all the gold from the Federal Reserve. So yeah, a lot of activity going on, a lot of, or excuse me, a frenzy of activity, one might say. So got that going on for sure, for sure. Well, no matter how stupid it is, K9, bring it back around back. Check the boiler room. Find anything here, Charlie? I can spend a week in here with an X-ray machine and still not find anything. Well, you don't have a week, Charlie. You have 5 more minutes, and we're moving up to 96th Street. We're going as fast as we can. So, Claim was mentioning something about the Federal Reserve Building. Isn't that right near where that site where that bomb went? Yeah.
Little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They're finally putting 2 and 2 together.
Mm-hmm. I see dump trucks. The men at the stadium stay or go. Carl should have checked in by now. Relax, doggo. Even if he is alive, he won't be talking to anyone. Relax, turn off. See, this was going to be my job a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. It's going to be a talk show host or a DJ for a radio station, but unfortunately it didn't happen. But hey, I still landed on my feet because now I have creative freedom to put out the shows that I want to put out, and I can create it how I want. I can put it together how I want, and we have good friends around us helping me out, including Case, especially Case. Yeah. So we have more creative freedom that way. You don't have to worry about program directors hovering over your shoulder every other hour. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun, a lot of creative freedom. Man, the way McClane drives these cars, he always likes to wreck these things.
Yeah, he has a tendency to do that.
Because in the first one, he doesn't necessarily wreck any cars, and if he does, it's because he's trying to warn people to get away from the building. But Al Powell's car got ruined because McClane dumped a dead body on it. But
then he's just like, "Hey, welcome to the party, pal."
Yeah. Oh my God! Someone just jumped on my car! Oh my God! Welcome to the party, pal. Yeah, that was great. And then, what's his name? Argyle at the end of the movie kind of saves everybody by crashing into that ambulance, right?
Yeah.
Aqueduct?
Yeah, but like also in the next movie, Live Free or Die Hard, he wrecks a lot of vehicles in that one. What is it with you and moving vehicles?
That's right. There's your GoldenEye quote right there. Yeah. Well, because Q gives the car to him in the early stages of the movie, and then he says, the thing behind the headlights, Stinger missiles. Oh, great. Just the right thing for unwinding after a rough day at the office. May I remind you, 007, that you have a license to kill, not
to break the traffic laws.
Oh, and think of it. Good. Now let's get on to more practical matters, shall we?
Don't touch that. That's my lunch.
That was, dude, immediately, like the theater, like I was sitting in 30 years ago, there were so many parts in that scene we were laughing because Q he's got it, everything. I mean, especially when he says, here we go. Sorry about this, Fred. 1, 2, 3. Don't say it. The writing's on the wall.
What's left of it?
The rest of it. Oh, it was great. 3 clicks, arms the 4-second fuse. Another 3 disarms it.
I see the pen is mightier than the sword. Thanks to me, it is.
Thanks to me, they were right. But when he clicks the pen, he says, how long did you say the fuse was? Oh, grow up.
7.
Oh my gosh. It was great. Even the beginning of it, man. You think Q's been laid up in a hospital because he's got the wheelchair. Morning, Q. Sorry about the leg. Skiing? Hunting. No, pay attention, 007. Yeah, it was great. And we can't wait to discuss that even more later on in the year, right, Case? We're going to be sitting here talking about that for hours. What? Yeah, when is that this year? That's going to be in
November, I think.
Oh, that's the holiday season. Good gosh, man.
Yeah, almost.
That's a long ways off from here. Whew.
The November 28th.
Oh, that's going to be the
Right
week
around
after.
Thanksgiving. That's like the day after Thanksgiving, I think.
Yeah. We should be fine
But
that day.
by the way, you got a good one for Halloween this year.
Hmm?
Psycho.
Oh, Hitchcock, yeah. That's another one. She just goes a little mad sometimes, Case. We all go a little mad sometimes. Yeah. That's definitely one of the superior Hitchcock films. So I'll give him that. Gee whiz, is that guy dead? Yeah, Jerry. I'm afraid he is. Zed's dead, honey.
That's that. I was thinking.
Yeah, Zed's dead, honey. Zed's dead. What is it? This is not a motorcycle, honey. It's a chopper. Remember? It's a chopper. Whose is it? Zed's. Well, where's Zed? Zed's dead, honey. Zed's dead. Zed's dead. Chester A. Arthur. What? Chester A. Arthur, 1881 to 1885, nominated vice president in 1880. Hey, did you know he was the collector of customs right here in New York? No, I didn't know that, Jerry. Take care of yourself. Until this movie, I had no idea who the 21st president was. Heck, I didn't even know who the fourth through 21st. I wouldn't even begin to know who those presidents were.
Me neither. But then again, I'm Dutch. I don't know all your presidents.
No, it's cool. But yeah, it was G-Dub. It was G-Dub, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson. Those are the first three right there. So, hey, look, Zeus went to Yankee Stadium after all. How about that? Uden 9. No, there's only one of them. Uden 9.
Game over.
Game over,
man. Game over. Okay, we both went for the same one.
Yeah. And we got to wait less than a year for that to turn 40. Yeah.
Yeah, next year.
That's next year, isn't it?
40 on Aliens.
Excuse me, 40. Yeah, which I have it available on 2 digital sites, so I'm good for that one next year.
I actually have a Blu-ray that has both the theatrical cut and
I have that
the
too.
director's cut.
I have that too. I have that the 4-disc Blu-ray set with Alien 1 through 4. Yeah.
No, you
Well,
didn't listen to me.
I do have the quadrilogy.
I have the Aliens Blu-ray with both the theatrical and the director's cut.
Sorry. Yep, I misunderstood you there for a second. My bad.
Because I think I like the director's cut a bit better. It's just more Aliens. It's longer.
Aliens. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Moved him
He
into
does
that.
have quite a New York accent, actually.
Mm-hmm. That is actually
More authentic, I suppose.
It is, yeah. Definitely gives more authenticity to the movie's locale.
Yeah. Like actually, another movie that I get the feeling is very like just gives you a very good feeling of the city of New York is Sully.
Tom Hanks, Miracle on the Hudson, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, according to a source here, they say that Diego Luna has gone on record by saying you're going to want to watch Rogue One right after Andor Season 2 because you're going to see the film differently.
Oh, I can imagine.
Mm.
If I can shamelessly plug myself for a moment, I've been leading up to Andor Season 2 by reviewing Season 1 on my channel.
Yep.
Actually, just before we went on air, I managed to finish my review for episode 10, One Way Out, which is just it's the best. It's the absolute best episode.
There you go. Yeah, according to sources here, he says if you have your DVD or Blu-ray of Rogue One, you should put it in as soon as the season ends. You'll see a film that will be re-signified. You're going to see it differently with so much info that you didn't have before. You knew nothing about this bunch of rebels who got together and made the sacrifice, and then we did a show of 24 episodes about one of them. Definitely believe it's going to change the experience because it sounds so full of answers, almost many more than you even wanted when you watched Rogue One originally, like who Cassian's own mother was, first droid he had a strong connection to, and how his bedroom was. Well, you've seen enough. This man that you will go like, holy cow, that's what he meant. So
well, we know his mother. She dies at the end of season 1.
Mm-hmm.
Played by Fiona Shaw.
Mm-hmm.
But, well, the thing is, we already know that season 2 will end with Cassian going to the Ring of Kafrene, which is where he starts in Rogue One.
Oh, that's right. To meet with that spy.
Yeah.
It's very, very good. You know, the fact that I'm in the process of teaching a course about film analysis, because we're talking about Die Hard with a Vengeance and other films and other genres here. Someone I interviewed on our show, and I quoted a couple of weeks ago, Nick Minerva, who goes by the name Read Star Wars With Me on Instagram. He recently posted that he has a new T-shirt available in his online T-shirt shop, which is sponsored by Bonfire.com. And it says, I have a new shirt for teachers. And it's Darth Vader's helmet. And on the top it says, I am your, and below it says, I am your teacher.
Nice.
So, me being the massive Star Wars fan that I am, and I am sort of, more or less, I am a teacher, more or less. I think I might have to get it. And it comes in different colors too. So that means I don't have to get it in just one color case. Let me see. Premium. Let me see. How much is...
By the way, do you get the feeling that maybe this was a little bit borrowed from the finale of Temple of Doom with the water chasing him?
Maybe so. Excuse me. That could be the case. Isn't it? I mean, let me see. There we go. Thank you very much for posting that.
Water.
Water.
Oh, God.
By the way, I will say one of the T-shirts I really like on his shop is the one where it says, "I don't believe in hokey religions," or no, I only believe in hokey. No, I don't believe in hokey religions and ancient weapons. He's got a lot of great Star Wars zingers on his shop here. If I can find it, let me see. Nerve Herder. There's another one. Liberty Dies, right? Liberty Dies. That's Padme.
With thunderous applause.
With thunderous applause. You remember that one? Mm-hmm. Let me see. Let me take a look at this. Now you got me curious. So let me see. I am your teacher. I am a Jedi, like my father before me. That's a good one. Let the past die is another T-shirt design he has available.
Nice.
He has one with resist written in the ancient language that they use on the show or the movies. Orabash. He has one written in Orabash. Thank you. And then he has one with regular English on that says resist. You know? Oh, no, it says I believe in hokey religions and ancient weapons. Sorry. But yeah, and it's got 2 crossed lightsabers for you, Case. So he's got those are the T-shirts designs that are available right at this particular time. I'm going to do Case a solid favor. I'm going to copy this link and I'm going to send it to him so he can read up more about this. At your leisure, Case. No pressure, though. No pressure.
Yes, you can, and you will.
Oh, well, there you go. You just got it, so you can look at it later. I may have to get that teacher one just because I love what I do as a teacher. I love what I do. So
Nice.
By the way, speaking of actors and actresses who have appeared in popular films or have done voiceover for certain roles, recently heard the news that Clive Revel, the original voice of Emperor Palpatine, and he was also the original voice.
Oh yeah, he passed away.
in Batman the Animated Series has tragically passed away, but he did have a good run. He passed away at the age of 94.
That's a good age.
By the way, rest in peace, Clive Revel. We're going to miss you. Thank you for your contributions to the Star Wars galaxy and the Batman universe. Let's not forget about Batman. So thank you, Clive Revel. He was making the rounds of conventions despite his age case, and he did a few here in the States. I would have loved to have met him. It would have been great. But unfortunately,
by the way, gonna tell my kids this is Star Trek 5. Because row your boat.
Oh God.
I'm sorry.
This is Star Trek. Oh God.
Row your boat. It's a classic.
Yeah, but not for that movie that I don't believe exists, which is Star Trek V: The Final Frontier. It doesn't exist to me. Sorry.
It's pretty terrible.
It's my. What do you think? It's my least favorite one, Case.
Oh, that is.
Well, if you're gonna go ranks of the bad ones, Final Frontier just annoyed the living heck out of me, and then the one below that, if we're talking like absolute worst, to me is Final Frontier. That's number one. Number two, Star Trek Motion Picture. So boring. I can't get into it at all. It is so boring.
I understand.
Yeah. So
to me, the worst one is Insurrection.
Fair enough. A lot of people have said that over the years. I do get a little bit of enjoyment from Insurrection, but not as much as others. I would say Generations is my third worst, and then
Generations is.
And then fourth would probably be Insurrection.
Okay, but Ryan, we need the answer. What does God need with a starship? I know.
I was like, dude, I'm like, as soon as he came up with that, I'm like, this movie's just awful, and I'm turning this off.
Just like, no.
I can't do it. I can't do it. We're not going to do it live. We're not going to do it live. Frack it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live. Anyway, no. What does so and so want with a starship? That's just no. No,
indeed.
There are so many things about that movie. I'm just like, no. I mean, no. But anyway, for those who wonder, Die Hard with a Vengeance is at 1 hour, 31 minutes, and 16 seconds into the movie where McClane and Zeus just toppled over their car and another person's truck, right? It was a truck. Truck topples over, trying to kill the bad guys because the bad guys are trying to kill them. And the school's being evaluated by Walter Cobb and his team of NYPD officers, right? So that's what we got going on. Don't forget to like and share this. Random tangent between Case and myself on all across social media. Do not forget, if you're watching us live or on the replay, thanks for doing that. And also thank you to Case for indulging in my Star Wars thoughts and feelings. So about what Diego Luna is talking about Rogue One. John Jackson Miller came out with a re-release of Knights of the Old Republic from the comic book series, which is available in a hardback omnibus, in case you're wondering there, Case.
Hardcover. Okay.
I think it's, I'm pretty sure it's hardcover. Yeah, and then he also, what was the other thing? And then we were talking about a good friend of ours, Nick, aka Read Star Wars With Me on Instagram.com, has a t-shirt shop, and he just posted a new design for teachers out there that says, I am your teacher, with Darth Vader's helmet on the center of the shirt. So, yeah. There are so many cool pieces of Star Wars material out there. Please feel free to visit your local bookstore, your local comic shop, or support indie creators because they got some great stuff out there, right, Case? I think they do. Speaking of which, here's another piece of. You don't mind if I share another little quick piece of Star Wars news with you, do you?
I don't mind.
Okay,
I mean, it's not strictly about the movie, but that's okay.
No. I know we need to keep the train on the rails here, even though I haven't done a very good job of that lately. But still. Our good friend Angel from Nerdy Girl 501 on Instagram, who was on here a couple weeks ago, which was one of our best interviews we've ever done. By the way,
great interview. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that one was great, and she just posted on her social media. You can follow her at _ I think it's _ Nerdy Girl _ 501 _. So check it out on Instagram, and she is an official affiliate with what is known as Saber Masters. And if you want to get your own lightsaber, you can get not one, but two for the price of one. And if you use her promo code NerdyGirl30, you get 30% off, and you get $30 off. So instead of paying $200, you're only paying $170 for two sabers. Two sabers that change 16 different
I
colors.
should have had that deal when I bought my lightsaber.
Well, I mean, you could get one now. I'm just, I mean,
I already have one, and I'm very
What-
happy with it.
I was gonna say, what's wrong with having another one as a backup?
No, I'm okay with the one I have.
Okay, fine. But anyway, they're having a deal at Saber Masters, I believe it is. You buy one, get one free. It's $199.99, but you can get it for $169 if you use the promo code NerdyGirl30 at checkout on the website. The link is in NerdyGirl501's bio on Instagram, so check her out. And Jel, thank you so much for plugging that lightsaber, because you did a video of you practicing the Obi-Wan spin with it, like this, and it's really, really cool. It's very, very good. Star Wars is very, very good for me. So that is good stuff. Don't be surprised if my friend and I go in on a deal where he gets one saber, right? I get the other. We both win, and we save a lot of money in the process. So thank you, Angel. You're awesome. Keep up the good work. This truck is about to go way off, and I think this guy on the ship here is about to have a very bad day, Case, isn't he?
Dear.
With a truck? That's a truck, right?
Yep. It was just
Ooh.
snatched up.
Ooh. By the way, excellent use of.
By the way, the visual effects are really wonky there.
I still think it was a good effect.
Some of the green screen was a bit stand out.
Yeah, but I could still. I mean, I still like it.
I did find it very funny how the guy just goodbye
With the steel cable. Yeah. Steel cable. Suck it right in. But when they land, it's like 100 feet down to the ground, and yet they don't have a scratch on them. They're just like really dazed.
Yeah, because movie.
Suspension of disbelief. By the way, my own brother is in the chat, and he says, I love this movie. Well, Kevin, I'm glad you love it, because it's the first Die Hard movie I ever saw. Maybe you introduced me to this film to me, or maybe Dad did. I don't remember. But either way, this movie's great, and I love it, and it's my favorite Die Hard movie. So thanks to whoever introduced me to it in the first place, or maybe I just casually picked it up at our local library, Kev. But good to hear from you, brother. Hope everything's well in your neck of the woods, man.
Also, Kevin.
Thank you. Home Alone. Yeah. Kevin.
Kevin's not here.
Kevin's not here. Exactly. What? Kevin. And then she imitates that in the commercial with Kevin Hart, right? Have you seen that footage? Have you seen that?
Have not.
Look it up, man. Look that stuff up, man. But yeah, it's a great movie, man, for sure. Whether it's Home Alone or Die Hard with a Vengeance, which we are currently 1 hour, 36 minutes, and 53 seconds into the movie. So queue up your copy on physical media or streaming. Watch the movie along with us. Comment below in the chat and let us know your thoughts. And if you're joining us live on the replay, thank you so much for doing that. And thank you to Case for humoring me and my random tangents about War in the Stars, or even what other stuff have we been talking about? Oh, yeah, John Jackson Miller, who's also connected to Star Wars. So, yeah. And he's also written for Star Trek, too. He's written a few books for Strange New Worlds there, Case.
He has, yeah.
Yeah.
But by the way, Ryan, if there weren't random tangents, this would not be a watch-along by
That's
definition.
True. Have you read any of the Star Trek books by John Jackson Miller?
No, I have not. No,
Okay.
I am still working my way through the series.
Okay.
I've seen a bunch of episodes of the original series, which were old, and I definitely don't have an interest to watch the entire series.
Yeah, it's dated.
Because it's very dated. But I have seen all of the Next Generation. I am watching Deep Space Nine and Voyager at the same time because they released at the same time.
Wow.
So I am towards the end of season 6 of Deep Space Nine and towards the end of season 4 of Voyager.
Oh, okay.
And I'm doing that because then I can finally watch Picard after that. I haven't seen Picard. I've seen Strange New Worlds. I really like that one. I've seen Lower Decks. I really enjoyed that. So I've actually seen a lot of Star Trek. But yeah, no, I haven't read it.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough. Wow, that's a lot of binge watching, man.
I know.
A lot of Star Trek-isms being shown here.
But over the past couple of weeks, I've watched like more than 2 seasons of one season, more than a season of Voyager and more than a season of DS9.
Hmm.
So, and the thing is, these seasons have like 25 episodes in a season,
A lot.
and the episodes are 45 minutes long. So it's like a lot of time to consume things.
But you would prefer to watch the entirety of these series, correct? I mean,
I do want to get to the end of all of it.
okay. Oof. Who was that? Oh, Targo. Jeez. Charlie, we're going to have to go with the evacuation on this one. No, you heard the man. Let's go. We're going to go. We're going to go. Here we go. On my mark. 5 seconds. Hello. Okay, gang. Let's go.
By the way, props to the movie for getting so many extras.
That's a
Because-
lot of extras.
Yeah, like they had like people around the entire police station, people in the bank, people in the streets, kids for a school. It's a lot of people just to make the movie, feel realistic.
Mm-hmm. Very true. Very true. I mean, that's got to be a couple hundred extras, right? Like 5, maybe 4, 5, 600 extras. Maybe. I don't know. I don't have the exact fun fact on this one. I don't know how many extras were recruited for the shooting of this.
You don't have the fun facts. Come on, Ryan. What are you here for?
Well, I mean, I gave you a few at the top of the show.
I know. I'm just giving you shit.
I was gonna say I gave you a few, and then I gave you a tip about, hey, you might want to check out Knights of the Old Republic by John Jackson Miller. They did a re-release of it. The comic series, anyway. I'm not talking about the video game, but the comic adaptation of it. Yeah.
I know.
Which, you know what? Now that I'm sitting here, I'm going to look up and see how much that's going for on Amazon these.
Get out of there.
Boy, you're not going to believe this crazy number they got it going for. Oh, gosh.
Oh, I have no problem believing it.
Let me see. It collects Knights of the Old Republic 1 through 50, Knights of the Old Republic War issues 1 through 5, and the Handbook of 2007, and then material from Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic / Rebellion from 2006, 1,344 pages long altogether, for a grand total of $121.25 as a hardcover.
It's not that much.
You don't think 121 is excessive for a new printing of Star Wars Legends of the Old Republic?
Could have been worse.
Man. Yeah, it's going for 121. If you get let me see, what's half of 121? Is that 60? Yeah, it's 60. So if I wait a week and go to my local comic shop, I can get it for 50% off. Then I can just pay that amount of money, right? Because right now it's going for $45 on Kindle, if anyone has a Kindle.
I do not.
Okay, well, it's going for $45 on Kindle, $121.25 as a hardcover. Hello. Journey back to a time thousands of years before the hit films when Jedi Knights were galactic peacekeepers and the Sith waited in the shadows.
To be fair, getting a hardcover, I do think is worth it.
Okay.
Simply because it's durable.
Yes, I will give you that.
I get the feeling that, if you get a paperback, you read the book once and the cover is ruined.
Probably. Or it gets, it can start to get weighed. By the way, Brian Thomas Donahue is here, our good friend Brian. Brian, what's up, man? It is good to see you.
Brian.
Hope everything's well in your neck of the woods. Check out Brian and his crew over there at the Big Sci-Fi Podcast. If you are into stuff like Star Wars, Star Trek, what's the other one? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Galaxy Quest, Spaceballs, any of that stuff that's sci-fi related, whether it's meant to be taken seriously or as a comedy. they are the podcast for you. Check them out. They also interview some of the best sci-fi writers in the world. Check them out. The Big Sci-Fi Podcast is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you download your favorite podcasts. They can be found on that platform. Brian, good to see you, man. We're watching Die Hard with a Vengeance. It turns 30 this week, so we're doing 1 hour, 44 minutes, and 5 seconds into the movie currently here on our neck of the woods.
And then Ryan cut out. Okay, that's helpful.
Cut out.
There it is. Oh, there you are.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you cut out for a moment.
Oh, my bad.
Glitch in the Matrix.
Oh, my bad, folks. But the Big Sci-Fi Podcast, check them out. Die Hard with a Vengeance is turning 30, so we're celebrating that here on Movie Watch Along. If you're joining us live on the replay, thank you for doing that. But Brian, good to see you, man. And thanks for liking our video, too. Appreciate you doing that as well. Because, Facebook reaction. Yay, Brian Thomas Donahue. Thank you. Hope to have you on here again soon, Brian. We miss you, man. We haven't seen you in a long time. Although your colleague Adina is going to be with us in a couple of weeks when we do that Star Wars A New Hope.
Watchalong.
Yeah. We're going to be doing that in a few weeks, Brian. So I think that's coming up on, what is it, April the 12th, I want to say? April 12th, yeah. So stay tuned, man. It's coming. Which is 2 weeks from now. Yeah. Wow, time flies, man. Jeez.
We are 3 days away from April.
Mm-hmm. And then next weekend I'll be at Comic-Con hanging out with some of the biggest names in the world, including Star Wars' own Timothy Zahn is going to be in the building. So I'll get him to sign the Heir to the Empire trilogy and the Thrawn book that I have in my possession.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
The week after, 2 weeks after, so in 3 weeks is Star Wars Celebration.
Oh, that's right. That's April, what is it, towards the end of April?
18th to
20th. Thank you. 18th through the 20th.
Yeah, very excited about that. Looking forward
our good
to
friend
all the announcements.
Yep.
Angel's going to be there, right?
Angel's going to be there. Yep. Jen's going to be there. Jen is who's been on our show before is going to be there.
There, right?
Yeah, she's going to be going. Yeah, we're jealous, by the way, that all our friends are going to be there, and Case and I are not. But then again, going all the way overseas is way too expensive for me.
The thing was, I went to London 2 years ago. There wasn't one last year, and then they announced that it was going to be in Japan. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. Japan is like the other side of the world for me. It's a little too difficult for me to get there. Yeah. I'll pass. I'll look out for the next one, I suppose.
Exactly. But London was a lot of fun, right?
London was good. It was extremely busy, but it was good.
Mm. Did you debut your Thrawn cosplay at that one, or no?
Wasn't the first time that I wore it.
Oh, sorry.
But I had the simple version of it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have the fancy one that I have now, which is much better, much more accurate.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Lots of great cosplayers at those things, man. Jeez.
Absolutely.
They take their work very seriously. Yeah.
They really do.
Yeah. I heard someone told a story. Vanessa Marshall said that there was a family who dressed up as all the Rebels characters even before the show premiered.
Wow.
Which I thought was nuts.
Yeah. I mean, I did encounter a group of cosplayers, and they were as Hera, Sabine, Kanan, Ezra, and Thrawn.
That's crazy.
So essentially all of a whole bunch of Rebels characters. Of course, you can't really be Chopper because you're not going to cosplay as a droid. And I'm not sure if someone was that, but that's also a difficult cosplay to pull off.
Oh, yeah. It is. Yeah, it is. Jeez, all the prosthetics. Oof, that'd be too much. I mean, I can go as Kanan because I've gone as Kanan before when I met Vanessa Marshall.
That's the thing. Like Kanan is a pretty easy cosplay.
That's an easy one. Yep. And our good friend Ashley from FOJcosplay.com. She was the one who put together that everyday cosplay outfit for Kanan. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy that because I want to go as Kanan when I meet Vanessa Marshall for the first time.
Yeah.
And we got a picture together, and she loved it. So Vanessa was like, "Hey, you look good." I was like, "Thank you, Vanessa. Appreciate it." Yeah. And then I said, "Can you write this on my 8x10?" She's like, "Absolutely." And she wrote the iconic quote from Rebels: "We have hope. Hope that things can get better."
Nice.
And they will. And I'm like, yes, I need to hear that. I think everyone needs to hear that, right, Case? Everybody needs to hear that. Everybody.
It's a great quote.
Yeah. So she wrote it on my print. So it's right next to, what's his name? Taylor Gray, who played Ezra. So, yeah, I just got to get the rest of the cast. I got to get Steve Bloom. I got to get Zeb. And obviously, I got to get Tia, who played voice of Sabine. Got to get her, too. So. Yep, looking forward to meeting those voice actors in the near future. By the way, have you heard that Pod of Rebellion has debuted?
Sorry, what?
Have you heard about Pod of Rebellion? Have you heard about that?
I have, yes.
Yeah, have you listened to it at all?
No.
Well, it's a good podcast. It's a lot of fun.
I can imagine. It's just
there's not enough time in the day, I know.
I haven't had a whole lot of time this week.
No. All good. You can listen to it whenever. There's no rush.
When I have the time.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they drop a new episode every week, so you got time. They actually featured our good friend Christy, aka Snips and Co. _ on their most recent post about Artist of the Week. Yeah, Christy from Nerdy Cantina. She was featured on there. I was like, hey, way to go, Snips. So that was cool. I dropped the thing. You dropped the thing.
Right, we're watching a movie.
Yeah, I know. I'm starting to quote it so I can get back into the.
Yeah. But by the way, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration? Right there. He lost his concentration. He admitted.
Just go. I have enough to go through today without having your death on my conscience. Now shut up and think, all right? Check the engine room. There's no time. What's it doing now? It's mixing. Shh, Dad. What are you doing? Get ready and lean forward. What'd you just say to me? I said lean forward. That's definitely gonna sting for a while.
Probably.
It's gonna sting. It's gonna sting for sure. Down there at the boat, the end of the boat. Come on, go. Got the shaky cam footage being used here.
Oh, okay. That is a huge explosion. And this is the part of the movie that has always kind of confused me because they make it look like, this is the final thing that they have to survive. But then there is, let me just check this for the record.
Mm-hmm.
There is 9 more minutes in this movie. And I'm like, the first time I watched it, I was like, wait, what? And I kind of get the feeling that the finale to really, finish off the bad guy is a little underwhelming.
Oh, really? Gold. There's no gold out there. He took it with him. Johnny beat all of us. Wasn't playing against you. McLean, you're still alive, aren't you? Well, aren't you? Yeah. So we lost. Lambert, did you give him a quarter? Trying to convince him to call Holly, make up with his ex-wife. Yeah, Carmen, just tell him you'll accept the charges. Son of a bitch head aspirin. Yeah, it's John. Yeah, I'm hanging in there. Holly there? Yeah, I'll hold. But yeah, the fact that they get to this and then the end, I feel like the movie kind of ends abruptly. Like it ends really quick.
Yeah,
It's one of my issues I have. It's a minor issue I have with this movie. It's still a great movie, but I'm like, wow, they figured out what Simon was doing. Well, not figured out what the overall plan was, but where Simon and his crew were hiding very, very quickly. And John was like, we got to get here before he leaves. Otherwise, we're going to lose him forever. And I'm like, well, you guys got there pretty quick because you're in New York and the border's like a couple hours away, isn't it? Or am I wrong? I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah, this ending felt very rushed.
it did. And because I get the feeling that the movie gets too caught up in the game of Simon Says, and that just takes so long, and then it kind of forgets about the fact that he is the main villain. He has been the mastermind behind all this, and you still need to get to a point where there's a satisfying moment where John McClane kills the bad guy, and I don't feel like we really get that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as you say, it's abrupt because right now they're all celebrating, and in 6 minutes the movie ends. Sorry, 6 minutes is not enough to wrap this all up. That was in German.
Behind the scenes, someone said that all the German phrases and words were grammatically incorrect in the North American release, so they corrected them for the German release.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
To be fair, I get the feeling that happens a lot in movies where
Mhm.
they want to have a villain from a foreign country, but they
Mhm.
don't really bother to make sure that the language is accurate. Where I'm just like, would it kill you to hire someone who knows the language so that they can help you with that? Like, you don't even need an expert. You just need someone who knows the language who can translate it into English. It's not difficult.
Yep, very true.
I suppose, yeah.
Wow, wow! I think she's pissed at you, Blaine. But yeah, here we go. Everybody's gonna scramble to either escape or take on an army full of authority figures and cops. Look at roaches with the lights coming on.
Also, all due respect, but can Zeus fly a helicopter? Because I know John can't. Right?
What was the question?
Can Zeus fly a helicopter? Because I know that John can't.
Oh, right. No. Yeah.
That's actually something that comes back in the next movie. That they steal a helicopter to go to Kevin Smith's place, but John's like, I don't know how this thing works, but I'll figure it out, I suppose. I don't know. I'm making this up as I go. That went well.
Yeah, crazy, isn't it?
You got it. You got the attention. It's
Mm-hmm.
honestly a bit of a miracle that he's missing you, but plot armor of the protagonist.
Yep. And for them to reach where Simon was hiding, that's suspension of disbelief, big time.
Yeah, but thing is, like, yeah, they find out fine. There are other things that I have a bigger issue with where I'm like, yeah, you can say suspension of disbelief, but
Get out of here.
boom.
Hmm. Whoa.
Well, that worked.
There's the iconic line.
Catchphrase.
Yippee-ki-yay, blah, blah, blah. Looks like you got his attention. Yeah, it looks like it. Should we call a fire truck? Nah, man. Frack him. Let him cook. Oh, what? What? I left Holly hanging on hold. Call her back. Nah, I don't know. She's going to be pissed. She'll get over it. I don't know, Zeus. Like I said,
Yeah. Spoiler alert for the next movie. She will not get over it.
she's a very stubborn woman. Well, she'd have to be to stay married to you.
That is true.
I'm sorry. But yeah. It's yeah. What is that? That's Peter Griffin, isn't it?
That's Peter Griffin
God.
imitating the Star Wars
Right.
thing in
That's the
in
something.
Family Guy specials.
Is it something Dark Side, or is it the one before that?
It is the first one, actually.
Oh, cool. All right, so I wasn't far off. Ladies and gentlemen, we have officially entered what is known as the what is it called? The end credit sequence of what is known as Die Hard with a Vengeance, or or we can also call this movie another one, which in another case would be called Ryan and Case's Random Tangent stream. But yeah, it's been great. I hope you've enjoyed this case. This has been a lot of fun diving back into this movie and how funny it is, how action packed it is, but then how quickly that it gets resolved within the last 15 minutes of the movie. That's a very quick, very, very quick resolution, if I do say so myself. But outside of the nitpicking of me saying that, what in your mind are your final thoughts on Die Hard with a Vengeance? And on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you give it exactly?
Again, I think the movie is fine. I like Jeremy Irons' performance as Simon. I like Bruce Willis as the character of McClane. I think his relationship with Sam Jackson Zeus works well. And I kind of get the feeling that they might have been casting this because they were in Pulp Fiction a year before this. Like, there was chemistry, obviously. It's just, yeah, there are a couple of moments where the suspension of disbelief is insane. And compared to the first Die Hard, I feel it's just a bit too much, to the point where I'm not able to suspend my disbelief, and I'm like, okay, sorry, this is too ridiculous. And especially the ending just drags it down, where I'm like, that's unfortunate because you had a good thing going, you had a good villain, and I felt they needed a better climax to make sure that McClane gets his gets the bad guy, Simon Gruber, who is the brother of the guy of the first movie. I wish that they had handled that better. Overall, I think it's a good movie. I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
All right, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Yeah, completely understandable too. So yeah, I still love this movie. I can enjoy it anytime. I watch it a number of times a year. Like I said, it's the first Die Hard movie I ever saw, so to me, it's my personal favorite. Die Hard movie, I love it. Jeremy Irons is a great villain. The chemistry between Samuel L. Jackson and Bruce Willis is great because they worked with each other a little bit before with Pulp Fiction, as Case pointed out. Good points too about that. But yeah, solid stuff. If you're looking for a good action film, like a great 90s action film, this is definitely up there for me, being one of the better ones. Scale 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 8 out of 10. Like I said, the resolution comes very quickly, and there's just like little to no. I mean, there is an explanation for it, but it just goes by way too quickly for me. And they tie things up really neatly. And I'm thinking to myself, man, there could have been a better final conflict between Simon and McClane, in my opinion. But, hey, it is what it is. Maybe they were rushing it. Maybe there were problems with the scheduling. Maybe there were reshoots. I don't know. But either way, it was great. It's fun. It's hilarious, especially with the traveling to the park and taking the scenic route there, Case. Was going 90 blocks in less than 30 minutes in New York traffic. It could be double that. We don't even have a car. So it's very, very good to me. This film, very, very good to me. So check it out. It's on Disney Plus. # not a sponsor of this show or any other of our shows. But it's on Disney Plus / Hulu. It's streaming a bunch across the world. You can find it on DVD. What do you call it? Blu-ray. It's physical media. It's available everywhere, really. So check it out. It's a lot of fun. And stay tuned because we got more movie watch-alongs coming up in the month of April. We have Total Recall. We have The Goonies. And we also have Superman 2, which
Don't forget your quote along for Star Wars.
Yeah, and yes, the Star Wars, aka A New Hope, because some people retitled it. It's going to be on Saturday, as Case pointed out, April the 12th. That's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern Time with our good friend Adina Mignona of the Big Sci-Fi Podcast. Who, Brian, that's your friend, that's your colleague over there. So that's going to be a barrel of laughs. And one thing is for sure, everything will be under control. Situation normal. What happened? So anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun. And I hope you tune in and watch and enjoy it. So with that being said, Case, thank you so much for everything you've done. Your recent thumbnails, everything you've done before that was great. I mean, it just continues to evolve and grow and progress. And I think you're doing a wonderful job. But if someone wants to know more about you and your feelings about something in the War in the Stars or something related to that, where can they follow you on social media there, Case?
Yeah, my Star Wars channel is the Dutch Star Wars Guy, as it's spelled right there. So if you want to follow my Star Wars takes, some of them quite hot takes, you can subscribe to my channel over there. Check out some of my videos. I'm right now reviewing Andor in the lead up to season 2. And of course, as I mentioned, in 3 weeks' time, we have Star Wars Celebration. I'm going to be covering all the news coming out of there, giving my thoughts. So if you're interested to see that, check me out. You can also follow me on Letterboxd, where I log movies, unlike Ryan. My username is Case247. Case is spelled this way. And well, as Ryan has pointed out, I make some of the graphics around here, and I am actually looking to get into a job in terms of video editing, graphic designing. So if you need someone for a YouTube channel and you like what I've been doing over for Ryan, then give me a shout. I'm on LinkedIn, Case Cornelis is spelled like that. I'm on Discord, Case Cornelis is spelled like that. I'm on Facebook, Case Cornelis is spelled like that. So, all the social media where you can reach me, you can reach out to me if you're interested.
Fantastic. Thank you, kind sir, for being with us. Case, you're the man. Keep doing what you're doing. And congratulations on your channel, too. Great stuff over there. For show. Going to be talking to you here momentarily. Thank you, Case. Name is Ryan of Anaco Channel. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at RyanRPM5. Follow us across all forms of social media. Simply at, which is where am I pointing to? Where is it? Right here. And I quote channel. You can follow us there for all the great things we're doing. Lots of great things coming your way very soon. Once again, movie watch-alongs are on Friday, 7 p.m. EST. And I quote the flagship shows at 12 p.m. EST, so check us out there. Also, Freewheeling Fridays is on Fridays, 11 p.m. Eastern Time on the Madness Entertainment Group YouTube channel. You can check it out there. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers. Once we do, we'll throw a live stream that will include a giveaway. Special giveaway is that you, the incredible viewer / subscriber, is going to be eligible to win. We have merch. We have shirts. We have hoodies. We got stickers, coffee mugs, everything to your heart's content. So check it out there. Really appreciate it. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Movie Watch Along. And don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, ring the bell to be notified of when the videos go up or they go live. And happy 30th anniversary to the entire cast and crew of Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Do you really think you have a chance against us, Mr. Cowboy?
Yippee-ki-yay.
You're the wrong guy in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Story of my life.
This is simply the beginning.
Sorry, Hans, wrong guess.
There's the right way.
It's a bad idea.
Freedom. Not yet. The wrong way. And there's McClane's way.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Where the hell are you going, McClane?
I know what I'm doing.
Not even God knows what you're doing.
Happy trails, Hans.
The Die Hard Collection.
Get together, have a few laughs.